Today we're going to make a base plate such as you'd put on the top of a spindle to maybe mount a vise or a bench grinder. We're going to start with creating a new document. We're just going to title it base plate. My computer is a little bit slow tonight. Okay, so when your work area loads, you'll notice you have these three different planes, front, top, and right. Think of these as different pieces of paper that you can draw on in a sketchbook, depending on which direction you want to draw from. So today we're going to use the top. So we're going to click the top on this little navigation cube over here, and then you're going to click Sketch, which will open up a little sketch dialog, and it's going to ask you to select a plane. So you're going to select the top plane by clicking anywhere in this square that shows the top plane. So we click on that, and now our sketch turns from red to black, and it says top plane. So the next thing I'm going to do is hit the P key, which is going to get rid of some of these extra plane lines that just clutter things up. So today we're going to draw this one using a corner constrained rectangle. So you're going to come up here and click corner rectangle. And then you're going to go to your origin point, which is an XY of 0. And you're going to click and then just drag up. Doesn't matter how big you drag, you just need a square to start with. Then you're going to come up and select the dimension tool, which allows you to set the dimensions for the various lines in your drawing. And so we're going to start by clicking on either the left or the right, doesn't matter, just click one of the lines, drag it out, and then click again. You're not holding their mouse button while you're clicking, it's just click, drag out, click again. Then you can put in your dimensions, so we're going to go 12 inches, hit enter, and it's going to get quite big now. And so we're going to go over here and click on our top again on the navigation cube, which will center it. And I'm actually going to zoom out a little bit more. Next, I still have dimension selected, and I'm going to click on this bottom line and drag down, click again, and then I'm going to put in 12 inches, hit enter. Okay, so now I have our square, which is 12 by 12. Then I'm going to come up here and select center point circle. Click on that, come over here, somewhere kind of towards the corner, and I'm just going to click and then drag out a circle. And then I'm going to go and do another circle over here. Now notice I hovered over that circle until a box showed up, and then drug across, showing this yellow dotted line. So that constrained those circles so that they are going to be on the same plane as each other, horizontally constrained to each other. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm hovering over the circle I just drew so that it shows a yellow box, and then I'm dragging down so you see that dotted line again, and I'm going to drag myself another circle. And so now I'm going to wake up the constraint on this one, and then I'm also going to wake up the constraint on this one, and I'm going to drag down until I have the yellow dotted line coming from both my top original circle and my new circle, and I'm going to click and drag another one. Now, it doesn't matter how big you're dragging or you're making these circles because we're going to dimension them now. So I'm going to come up and select my dimension tool again, and I'm going to click on the circle, drag out, click again, and I'm going to make this circle 1.25 inches, so 1.25. Hit enter. And now I don't want to have to redimension each of these circles if I need to change them, the size. So I'm going to come up here to my constraint menu, click the down arrow, and I'm going to select equal. You can also just hit your E key. So I'm going to click on my first circle and then my second circle. And now it just resized it, so it's the same. Now I'm going to click on that circle, click on this circle. And once again, resized. This circle and that circle. And once again, it's resized. Now, I'm going to hit the escape key to get out of my tool. If I were to want to change size of these circles, let's say I wanted them 3/4 inch instead of inch and a quarter, I just double click on this one measurement and put in 0.5, hit enter. Now all of them change, but I want to keep it where I had it, so I'm going to make it 1.25, enter, and now they're all inch and a quarter again. But now we need to tell the computer where we need those circles to be. So we're once again grabbing our dimension tool, and I'm going to click the center of my first circle, and then click this line and drag out, and I'm going to make this 2 inches. 2, enter. So now it's 2 inches away from that side, and I'm going to once again click the center of this one and the top line, come up, click, and put 2 inches, enter. Over here, dimension, dimension, 2, enter, dimension, dimension, 2, enter. So now if you noticed, some of them, because they're constrained to each other, I didn't need to put in all of the new dimensions, but you need to put them in so that enough in so that all of the circles turn black. As long as any line or entity is black in OnShape, that means that the software knows where it's supposed to be and it is constrained to something. So the last thing we're going to do is we are going to fillet the corners, or put a radius on them so that they're curved. So we're going to come up here and select the sketch fillet tool, click, and then we're just going to click on each of the corners. Click, click, and click. Now that I have selected all the corners, I'm just going off anywhere in the white outside of your drawing and clicking again. And it's going to open up a spot where you can put in what you want your radius to be. So I'm going to put in 1 inch and enter. And now, see, each of the corners is nice and curved. So then we have everything exactly how we want it, matches our blueprint. We're going to come up here and click the green check. The green check basically means we are done and it saves the sketch. The green check, and we're done. Now everything turns gray and our dimensions disappear. But we want to extrude this because we're going to be making this out of a piece of metal, right? So we're going to come up here and select our extrude tool. Click, extrude. Then we need to select the surface we're going to extrude. And so we're just going to click the middle of our drawing. We're not going to click any of the circles because we do not want to extrude them or to thicken them. And 1 inch is a bit thick. We probably wouldn't be realistically making this out of maybe 1/4 inch. So we're going to put 0.25. And you can go and kind of scroll around and look and see if you like the way it looks. I think that looks about right. So we're going to hit the green check again. And now you have your base plate drawn and extruded. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Take care.